Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm delighted to be welcoming the Indian contingent, being represented here by the head coach, Mr. Igor Srimash, and captain, Mr. Oplayer, I would say, Mr. Sunil Chhetri, coach, and Mr. Chhetri. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. Coach, if I may start by asking you how much the team are prepared and looking ahead for this match.
I would like to wish welcome to everyone to this room, and I'm so delighted to see so many of you here. That is telling us how important this game we're going to play tomorrow is for India, for Indian people, for everyone. And it's great to feel this atmosphere and listening that there will be full house of our supporters behind the team tomorrow. Our preparations went really well. I'm very happy as a coach. We had 3 campaigns. This is the 3rd one, and really happy about improvement on our game, improvement the players did in their conditioning, their fitness level, and understanding the game I expect from them to achieve on the pitch. So we are well concentrated, well prepared, and we can't wait the game starts.
Mr. Chhetri, the same question to you. The mood among the players for the first World Cup qualifying match?
I think we all are really looking forward to it. It's been a great training camp. Minus the emergency debacle, everyone looks really fit, really hungry, which is good. A lot of time for us to gel ourselves and also to understand the new techniques and the way the coach wants us to work, which is also good. And now the D-Day, I can feel the pulse in the room that everyone is eager to go on the pitch and play a game. I just hope that we go there, keep our cool and give it everything that they've got.
Thank you so much. The floor open for the questions. I should reiterate that this is the FIFA platform and we need to speak only to the match. Do raise your hands, introduce yourselves. We come to you one by one. Mr. Sarkar comes first. I come to you later.
Good afternoon, Coach. My name is Dhiman. I work for the Hindustan Times newspaper. Coach, in the 3 campaigns that you mentioned, in the 2 tournaments that you played, you made a lot of changes. You've seen a lot of players. Now, going into tomorrow and the game against Qatar, which is 5 days later, how close are you to settling down on the 14? I mean, injury notwithstanding, can we see the same 14 possibly playing the next 2 games? How close are you to deciding on that?
Absolutely. We are very clear about the starting 11 for tomorrow's game, and they know for last 7 days who is coming out of the pitch in the first 11 in the first lineup. The rest of them are all there, ready and fit if anyone fails to come from the bench. But I consider each one of them who were participating in the last 3 campaigns as a candidate in the future for the team. Obviously, in the future, we need to keep our eye on their form in the clubs. ISL will start soon. We're going to follow their performances, their form, and that will be the base for our list how to send invitations to our players to participate in these qualifiers.
Gentlemen there.
Good evening, Coach. I'm Srijan from Sports Leader. My question to you is, what has been your biggest difficulty in preparing for this side against Oman tomorrow?
One of the difficulties were injuries we suffered. I couldn't see some of the players who were under Mr. Constantine here. Jeje was obviously one important player in this squad in the past, and we miss him. We hope he's going to get back to us very soon. He's going to start playing well again. We suffered some injuries in Hero Intercontinental Cup. Another setback was that these 2 tournaments we participated were organized before I was announced as a coach. In this, I would somehow differently prepare everything for the upcoming qualifiers. We're going to take good care of that in the future, and we got what we got. I was working as much as I could. For me, much more important were training sessions than the games we played, and to be honest, I was not happy to play the games because I was losing the days necessary for practice and implementing new style of play for our players. So when you miss 20 days in playing games and not having enough practice, then there is a setback for you. You know, we didn't keep going with old style which Indian team has played. We tried to introduce many young players into Indian national team, which are becoming our bright future, something which we can build on, and we have a great hopes about future in Indian football, you know. So everyone in AIFF was working really hard. We decided to go on a long journey. When I say long journey, of course, results are important, but much more important for me, what is going to be left behind when I leave from here. I'm very convinced that the work we are providing here is well organized. The players are enjoying their football, which is very important for us, for the coaching staff, but they are working hard, improving on each segment of their game, and obviously coming to such a point where we have a game which can decide and speed up the future and success of Indian football. If we win tomorrow, then we are on the right path.
Next question.
My question is for Coach.
If you could also introduce yourself.
I'm Sudeshna from the Times of India. Coach, in the last two tournaments, you conceded a lot of goals. So, I mean, how prepared is the backline for you and the defense for tomorrow's match?
You are absolutely right. Yeah, we conceded some silly goals, and that was no different from the past, you know. But we also played against better opponents some great games, against Thailand, against Syria, where we shown that we can handle good teams, that we can play as organized team during 90 minutes. So that will be our lead for tomorrow game. Good, strong defensive block and organized game in each part of the pitch.
Next question, Mr. Vishnu.
Hi, this is Vishnu Prasad from the New Indian Express. My question is to Sunil. You came across Oman in the last set of World Cup qualifiers as well. Do you think the performance tomorrow, the result tomorrow, would be a yardstick in determining how far the team has come in these 4 years?
I really hope so. I think because the game has already been done and we lost 2-1, I still remember it was one of our first games in the qualifiers. We weren't great because we considered, I think in the first 3 minutes, which wasn't a good start. Team like Oman are a very, very decent team in Asia, and if you give them a goal like that at your own home, it's never easy to come back. We lost that game 2-1, I still remember, and if I'm not wrong, then one Nate's goal was called offside. Even though we did come back in the game, we weren't great. So I just hope that, yes, if we are going to compare the teams, I hope we compare it and feel happy tomorrow. As a nation, we all should, because I think we're really prepared. As I was saying, we're really looking forward to it. All the boys are really optimistic about what we're going to do tomorrow. We just have to go there and keep our nose and perform. We are backed by, I've been told a lot of people are going to come, which is always great. If you're going to compare, I just hope that you compare in a happy way tomorrow after the game.
Question is for Sunil. You're the most senior most player in the team, and we are a very young team. On the pitch, what do you tell these youngsters, when things are not going our way? What do you say them to just get their moral up?
Good thing is I don't have to speak to them. They're all very aware. One really good thing is even don't be fooled by their age. They are all very well aware. We have got a leader in our head coach who already speaks everything that has to be spoken in the dressing room. When I go, I just have to be a good example, and that's it. I don't want Udanta to think that Chitribai is not running so I can lag behind. I don't want Sandesh to think that Chitribai is not defending so I can have a relaxed day. So my only job is to be a good example, and I'll do it till the time I'm here.
Mr. Sarkar.
So question to Sunil. Hi. You mentioned at the start you turned it a debacle almost, Amarjeet's injury. So while injuries are part of the game, how crucial is his absence going to be, and does it give the others a chance to sort of step up and give Igor more options going forward?
Speaking of JJ,
I'm talking of Amarjeet.
Amarjeet, yeah. He was our favourite man. I'm sure both agree to real life. He was a live wire. When I first saw him in the national team, I was thinking to myself, maybe it's too early. When a lot of young boys come to the team, you always think, yeah, they're going to come, they will train, and again they will go back, and it's going to take some time. But that boy, out of the 3 boys that he had, was an absolute live wire. He was somebody who is so honest, and if you tell them to fight against this wall for 3 hours, you come back to 3 hours, you'll be fighting with the wall. We really miss him. I don't know whether he would have started or not, because that coach's prerogative, but I know that his energy translates to every one of us. He was somebody who was a standard performer of the last 3-4 games that we have played. I really hope he recovers soon. I told him that the easy games against Qatar and Oman we're going to play, the difficult ones against Bangladesh he can come and play. So yeah, everything is good. Everything is good.
Coach, you want to add to that, Amarjeet's injury and absence?
Maybe you see tears in my eyes. That's how sorry I feel for him. I always believe in young players, in youth, because they bring great motivational point into the team. They bring freshness, they bring fight, and that's what we got here, what I'm proud of. That's why I wanted to show to you so many of them in such a short time. Because we need to believe in Indian football. And now we have something we can build upon. We have Amarjeet, we have Narendra, we have Sahar, we have Tapa, there is Anwar Ali coming, Sartak is there, and many, many others. So we need to make sure that when the day comes for Sunil to leave, I hope it will not be in next 5 years at least, that we are secure about our future. That's good point about our work in the last 3 months. I know that some of you were upset about how we conceded too many goals in some games in certain areas, but I also felt that you started to become very proud of your team, how we started to play football. And that was the reason why I was brought here, to build a new way of playing for Indian national team. That's why I invited so many new players, the players with the good technical abilities who can provide good passes, but also some of them like Amarjeet who can bring a fight and a good passing at the same time there. So I feel very sorry he will not be with us. He deserved absolutely to start again tomorrow, but this is our life and things like that happened. All we can say to him, we are with you, you be with us, and we are waiting on him. Whenever he comes back, he's part of this team. He will join us very soon, in a couple of months.
I just want to add something. In the hotel, he was given hospital food. At the hospital, he ordered food from the club, which is monitored as to what we need. The first day when he got operated, he called and he said, I want the same food that the boys are having because my recovery starts now. That's how much it is for you.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, Tanak.
Mr. Coach, I am Purin Sahab from Assamia Pratidin. It's the largest Zealand league. As you have expressed concern over the injuries of some of the key players, on the other hand, you are also looking for points. Being as an ex-World Cupper and a huge experience of playing in under-20 World Cup also, so how you will implement the Croatian idea for the developing Indian football?
How are you going to implement the Croatian idea to develop
No, I'm not implementing Croatian idea into Indian football. I'm building up from Indian players into Indian style of play. You cannot bring something from your country and try to implement here. Football is about the same everywhere in the world. It's a communal game. Everybody would love to play technical football with lots of passing, possession, and creating lots of chances. But when there is an opponent which is strong in all lines, you cannot do that. You need to defend and do good counter-attacks. We were building up different styles of play, you know, because there will be time in a few days when we're going to face Qatar, which is absolutely the best team in Asia. What we're going to do there, insist on possession on the ball? I don't think so. We need to be clever, we need to be smart, so we cannot only concentrate on this technical aspect, ball possession and all that. We need to be ready to adapt to different styles of the game, depending on the opponent, depending on our form, depending on the health of the players we have and fitness. No? So that's
The last two questions, any other hand goes up, otherwise I come to you. Mr. Srijan there.
Coach, do you believe it's a blessing in disguise having Qatar in a group since they're the host nations, and which gives us an outside chance to actually go and qualify?
I will tell you after the game, look, is a blessing. Of course, it's. I was never afraid of any team which was there in front of me to play against. Never. Maybe that's one of the reasons why we are in Croatia very successful in not only in football, in all sports. We respect everyone. We show respect to everyone. But when we come out on the pitch, there is only one idea: how to win the game. Only one. And we're going to do everything to achieve that. That's what I'm putting into our dressing room. Strong belief in our abilities. There is no one there who is not beatable. You just need to be wise, you need to be concentrated, defending well and taking your chance when the time comes. That's all.
Time for one last question. Gentleman there.
Sunil, do you sincerely believe that India can progress to the next round? And if it is, why? And how?
Do I believe in it? Yes, sir, I do. Do I want it? Definitely, I do. Is it going to be difficult? Very. So there is one part of me who believes that we can do anything we want because we have a great team. When I say great team, everyone together. But then you also have to see that the steps in football are made gradually. There are many teams who are better than us, who are very strong. And for us to prove that we are improving, we have to take one match at a time. Sitting over here, I can't say you that, just relax, you don't qualify for the World Cup this year. It is difficult, sir. It is very, very difficult. It's not impossible. Do I think about it? Do I dream about it? Of course. I'm not Amarjit who is 70 who can wait for very less time. So I always believe, sir. Every game that I play, I just want to win for the country. The more games we win, the more stronger the belief will happen. So I just hope that in that context of ours, I play as much part as I can. And in our dressing room, there is no doubt of belief, sir. People like Sandesh Singh and Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, they all believe, and then they all have this idea of never say attitude, which is very, very good. So I think yes, we believe in our capabilities, and we'll give everything that we have. But to comment on the World Cup, it's too fast, sir.
Thank you so much.
Just add to this what Sunil said. In football, you need to go gradually, step by step. Of course, if there is a chance to succeed before the second step comes, you will take it. No. So that's actually what we are trying to do here. Oman and Qatar are obviously and realistically favorites in our group for the first two spots. Our first aim, as I said before, was to make sure that we continuously participate at the last qualifications of the Asian Cups. Continuously, And in the meantime, if the chance comes to grab the spot in our group for the World Cup qualifiers following round, we need to take it. But let's be realistic. This team needs a little bit more time to advance the game, to find more options. And if we structure our football during 12 months, which will be continuous work with everyone, then we have a great chance of making Indian football on the international level very successful.
Thank you. So much information for the media. Is that the Blue Tigers have the official session from 7:15 to 8:15. The first